Hello, I'm Master Numerologist Andre Evermore, and today's lesson is on the coronavirus. I'm going to break this video down into 4 lessons. First lesson, I'm going to talk about ground zero, the place of the origin of the coronavirus, which is Wuhan, China. Second part, I'm going to talk about the vibration of the word corona. Third part, I'm going to talk about the vibration of virus. And then the fourth part, I'm going to put it all together, the coronavirus. I'm going to share with you some information about what I feel is the reason for the coronavirus. So here we go. Coronavirus. Some say that the coronavirus were genetically engineered in a laboratory in China. Others say the source of the coronavirus is believed to have been started in a wet market in Wuhan, China, which sells dead and live animals, including fish and birds. Such markets poses a heightened risk of viruses jumping from animals to humans, because hygiene standards are difficult to maintain if live animals are being kept and butchered on site. Typically, they are also densely packed. Now, in the description box, I'm going to give you guys a link so you can go and take a look at a wet market, so you can get a visual of the type of conditions that these markets are under. So, from there, the people consumed their meat and they became contaminated, and it spread from person to person. Now, as of this writing, it has spread to over 83 countries apart from China, and over 3,000 deaths have occurred. So, I wrote this a few days ago, so there's been more countries that has been infected, and more people has died. But as of this writing, it was 83 countries and over 3,000 deaths. So, whom to blame? Why is this occurring? What is the spiritual significance? The word coronavirus contains 11 letters, and number 11 falls within the realm of the divine goddess consciousness. So, you have to understand that when our planet, when our world is off balance, it must restore its balance. The planet Earth is alive. It has a consciousness. It has the Christ intelligence. You know the earth is alive because when you plant a seed in her body, it sprouts. You see trees that share their leaves. You see the ocean moving back and forth. You see trees creating sap. You see the visual evidence that the planet is alive. She has a consciousness. And she knows when she's off balance. In life, all living organism, the first law is self-preservation. And so, this is a cleansing. And it's under the guidance of the second principle, the goddess principle, the two energy. I know in the West, we don't understand female energy, goddess energy. But in the East, they are aware of the potency of mother energy, goddess energy, female energy. So, The 11 is divine consciousness. Because humanity has fallen asleep and it is time to wake up. And what gets our attention? Death. We are becoming fearful of dying, even though people die daily. Why have we become so afraid of dying from this virus? Is it because we are witnessing how it is affecting our world? Is it because our mobility has become stalled? Are we afraid of the economic fallout? Are biblical prophecies coming true? Are we living in the last days? Is Mother Nature reclaiming the earth due to us not being good stewards? To obtain these answers, we must observe how we are reacting within our inner space and how the world is responding as a whole. The coronavirus is our common denominator. Far too long, we have not understood the concept that we are one. We are now experiencing a pandemic and must put aside our pettiness and work together to restore balance on our planet. The city of Wuhan, the birthplace of this world crisis, contains 5 letters. Number 5 governs speed. Our world has now become aware of how fast this virus is traveling, disrupting our daily lives. Countries that are quickly acting are getting ahead of this crisis. Other states who are moving slower will have a tougher time of it. The number pattern of Wuhan is 53815. Number 5 is leading the vibration and ending it. If we don't act quickly and in unison, we will see a fast halt to our mobilization. Our pockets and purses will bleed out. Communicating with other nations will be of paramount importance. The essence of Wuhan is the master number 22, the destroyer of civilizations, derived from adding its 5 sub-elements. 5 plus 3 plus 8 plus 1 plus 5 equals 22, the master builder. In this sense, dismantling the structures. So, let me share with you the first chart of Wuhan. Okay, you can see Wuhan has 5 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is your first indicator of what's going on or how this virus is going to travel. It's going to travel with a tremendous amount of speed. These are the sub-elements, the 5, the 3, the 8, the 1, and the 5. Those are sub-elements and it makes up the primary line. The primary line is the snapshot. Okay, it is the snapshot. It's like the overview of what's going on. You see these double 5s are indicating that this particular virus moves with a tremendous amount of speed, but it's also telling us that we must act quickly. That's what those 5s are indicating. This 3 energy is indicating that we must open up our communication with each other and with other nations around the world. This 8 is telling you that this virus is going to definitely disrupt your economics. This 1 energy is telling you that we must come together as one and put aside our pettiness of separation. And then the 22 energy is the energy that if we don't do these things, our very structures will be dismantled. Now, This is called a pyramid. It's an upside down pyramid because I'm talking about the challenging aspects of this particular virus. So how you get the upside down pyramid is you add the numbers together until only one number remains. So for example, 5 plus 3 give us the first number in our secondary line, which is 8. 8. Okay, so 3 and 8 brings you 11, reduced down to 2. 8 and 1 is 9. 1 and 5 is 6. Okay? Third line, you add the 8 to 2 together, you get 1. The 2 and the 9, you get 2. 9 and the 6, you get 6. Then you come on down to the fourth line. 1 and 2 is 3. 2 and 6 is 8. Then you add those two numbers together. It vibrates to the 2 energy. Now, all of these numbers that's within the pyramid, there's 15 of them that makes this upside down pyramid. This secondary line is not as potent as the primary line, but it has a tremendous amount of potency locked into it. So you see how this 8 repeats itself? It's letting us know that it's definitely going to attack our economy. Okay? And you can see you have 3 of them here. You have an 8 here, here, and here. Those are called intensity points. When you analyze the upside down pyramid, meaning that what I'm doing is I'm taking a look at which numbers are present and which numbers are not present. For example, in this upside down pyramid, you're going to observe that there are 2 1s. There's a 1 here and a 1 there. You're going to have 3 2s. You see them. You have 1 here, here, and there's a 2 that sits at the bottom of the pyramid. Then you go to the next analysis of how many 3s. There's 2 3s. How many 4s? 0 4s. How many 5s? There's 2 of them. How many 6s? There are 2 of them. How many 7s? 0. How many 8s are 3? And how many 9s are 1? Okay, so let me give you some information